Hi everyone, today we are going to make tomato soup with paneer or cottage cheese dumplings. For the dumplings, I'm going to use my homemade paneer which I showed you how to make 2 days ago. If you missed it, you can check it out by clicking on the link at the above right corner. So let's start with the preps for the soup first, which takes about 7 to 8 minutes. I'm peeling 2 white onions and then chopping them. Also peeling and finely chopping 4 cloves of garlic. Also roughly chopping 1 red paprika. Make sure to use red as it gives our soup a really vibrant color. I'm also thinly slicing 4 stalks of spring onion and separating the white and the green part. These will be used later in the recipe, so for now you can just put them aside. Let's move on to cooking the soup now, which takes about 25 minutes. I've put a big pot on medium heat, and to that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Once it's hot, I'm adding my chopped onion, garlic and paprika. Sauteing for about 3 minutes. Now that my onions have turned translucent, I'm going to add a few other spices. That is half teaspoon of black pepper powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, and 1 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. Sauteing for 2 minutes on medium heat. Now I'm adding 500 milliliter or about 2 cups of water, scraping the bottom to get all of that spices that might have stuck to the bottom. Next, I'm going to add 500 grams of tomatoes. I'm using cherry tomatoes because these are the most nutritious variety among all the sorts of tomatoes that are available at the grocery store. I bought the ones with the stems on to ensure I'm getting the freshest ones. You can use any other variety of tomatoes that are easily available to you. Try to buy organic if possible and thoroughly wash them before using. I haven't cut my tomatoes because these are small and cook very quickly, but if you're using bigger ones, cut them into quarters before adding. Also adding 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, which helps cut through the acidity of tomatoes and balances the flavor. Giving it a quick mix and bringing it to a simmer. Once it simmers, put a lid on, turn the heat to low and let it cook for about 15 minutes. In the meantime, let's prepare our paneer dumplings, which takes about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm using 150 grams of homemade paneer, which I have crumbled. You can also use store-bought paneer. Transferring it to a big bowl in which I'm going to add some other ingredients as well. These are the white part of spring onion that we sliced earlier. It adds a nice crunch, a handful of fresh chopped coriander, and 1 to 2 finely chopped green chilies, which add a really nice aroma and flavor. 1 tablespoon of flax seeds powder, which I made at home simply by grinding flax seeds. It is a good source of omega-3 and also helps in binding the dumplings. Also adding 1 tablespoon of whole wheat flour or atta, which helps in binding the dumplings as well. Seasoning with half teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. Now we'll knead it until all the ingredients are well incorporated and we get a smooth mixture. Because my mixture was a little too dry, I added just a few drops of water to help in binding. You may or may not need water depending on the kind of paneer used. If your mixture is sufficiently moist and is binding nicely, you may skip water. Now my mixture looks smooth and nice, so let's form the dumplings. I'm applying a little water on my palms and fingers so that the mixture doesn't stick onto my hands. Now taking a small quantity of the mixture and pressing it between my fingers and palms to form a smooth ball. The size of the dumplings should be about half the size of a golf ball for reference. Just like that, we'll make all of our dumplings. Then you can either steam them or microwave them. I'm going to show you how I steam them, but if you are microwaving, you can just put it into the microwave for 3 to 4 minutes on high. Let's start steaming the dumplings, which takes 15 minutes. For that, I have put a big pot on the stove and adding about half cup of water into it. Bringing it to a simmer. Once it simmers, I am putting a fitting sieve on top and placing my dumplings into the sieve in a single layer. Now cover and let the dumplings steam for 15 minutes. Once 15 minutes are up, turn off heat and take the sieve out and let the dumplings completely cool down before touching them. If you try to take them out while they are hot, they might break. Same rules apply if you have microwaved the dumplings. No touching before they cool down. While our dumplings cool down, let's get back to the tomato soup, which must be done by now. We just need to blend it. I'm using my stab mixer for blending, but you can also use a blender instead. Once it's nice and smooth, we will heat it up again quickly before serving. Okay, so our tomato soup is ready to be served now. By this time, our dumplings have also cooled down and are nice and firm. Put a few dumplings into the serving bowl and pour hot tomato soup over the dumplings. Garnish with the green part of spring onion that we chopped earlier and serve. Hope you enjoyed watching today's video. I will see you next Wednesday on another episode of Paneer series. Until then, bye bye and take care.